All right, it is Monday, August 23rd, 2021. It's 4:57 a.m. and I'm on my way to the gym right now. I had I bought my daughter a nightlight. I bought her a nightlight a couple days ago. I remember her telling her mom, and she wasn't even talking to me. She told her mom, my other nightlight broke. I would love to get a different nightlight. Something, I heard her say something with a unicorn or something to that effect. And so her mom brought the old nightlight out and set it on the kitchen counter. And that night I tried to mess with it a little bit, get it to come on, get it to work. Didn't work. So I jumped on Amazon. She didn't know I was doing it. And what I'm saying is not intended to paint my daughter in any kind of light. The picture's bigger than this. So I jumped on Amazon. I didn't ask her, hey, do you want me to buy you another nightlight? It sounded like something she wanted, so it wasn't gonna put me out a whole lot to just do it. So I went on Amazon and started looking at nightlights, and I found something I thought was cool. Next day I tell her, I said, hey, listen, something from Amazon's coming for you today. She said, oh, okay, cool. And it came in, and she looked at it. She got it, opened it up, and she started crying. She got mad and started crying. And she said, you're mean. And I looked at her like, why am I mean? And she says, because this isn't the nightlight I wanted. I wanted a unicorn or a rainbow. But the nightlight I got was two of them, and they plug in side by side, and they change colors. And I was like, oh, I thought that was pretty cool. So she started crying. She put it down. She says, you're mean. You're making fun of me. This isn't the kind I wanted. Now, mind you, I'm already thinking, you're tripping. And you're spoiled. But I took that a step further, and I just decided I was going to start ignoring my kids for the next couple days. I'm like, how would life be without daddy? No daddy, how's life? It's good? Life's good? Because I'm checking out. No, I love you. No hugs. Like, that's me. Like, I'll teach them a lesson. Now, mind you, one's 9 years old and the other one's 5. I'm going to teach you a lesson. I'm 40-something years old. I'm gonna play the ignore game. Well, kids don't really know the ignore game. And if they do know what the ignore game is, they play it really well. Because as I'm going through I'm gonna teach them, they just keep playing. Play on their tablets, play at school, play with each other, play their games, watch TV, eat. And a couple days of this went by. And one time Silas actually said, no hi, no nothing. I just ignored him. But the moral of the story was, sometimes we think that when we cut other people off, depending on the reason, we think that it's hurting and affecting them. And me not talking to them, me not being able to touch my kids, hug my kids, tell my kids I love them, me not being able to do those things that I do on a regular basis was hard. But it gave me an opportunity to reevaluate maybe how I had been handling the relationship up to that point. And say, okay, I don't want to go through phases where I have to play like I'm ignoring you, or we're not, you know, we're not speaking. I don't want to do that. I don't want to play that game. And I mean, legitimately, I was legitimately kind of mad at them. Like, Silas had just showed off earlier that day, and then now she gets a gift and she starts crying and telling me how mean I am. I'm really flipping out. Like, these little suckers is crazy. But what I had to learn through that little experiment was that it's not always necessary to cut people off. Sometimes you may cut people off and that wasn't what was necessary. Maybe it's better to just adjust. Make the correct changes. And then come back in it. Because it wasn't until just yesterday that I was like, you know what? Let me go talk to him. And I didn't bring up, hey, you noticed Daddy wasn't talking to you for the last couple days. I didn't do all that. I just walked up first to Sanaya and grabbed her by her face, gave her a kiss, and walked off. Then later on that same morning, it's all in the morning, walked up to Silas, hugged him. Sometimes that fear, that anger, and that stuff that we think is burning us up inside because of the other person is burning us up inside, and it's only hurting us. The other person's not even affected by it. So if they're not going to be affected by it, why should you do it? Yeah, they hurt you. Yeah, you feel a certain kind of way. But there's a way to handle it where you don't have to feel the brunt of that pain. Because at the end of the day, hating somebody, and being angry with somebody, all that's going to happen is you're going to drink the poison and hope that they die.